Parker. My family moved here in 1947. I was born in 51. Went to school here, St. Anthony's and Cardinal Gibbons. Went to the University of Miami for 7 years. I'm not slow. I got 2 degrees, a bachelor's degree in philosophy and a law degree. I've been a practicing lawyer here in Broward County for 32 years. It'll be 33 years this October. I'm a trial lawyer, but unlike most trial lawyers who are specialists, you know, they either do medical malpractice or personal injury, or I'm a jack of all trades. I've done all kinds of trial work. And the primary reason for voting for me, as opposed to my opponent, is because I have much more experience. I've been a lawyer for 32 years, he's been a lawyer for 14. And my experience is extremely diversified. His is limited to criminal law and family law. I was also the mayor of Lauderdale by the Sea for 10 years. And as mayor, I conducted more than 100 quasi-judicial proceedings. If you don't know what a quasi-judicial proceeding is, it's just like a judicial proceeding, except it's not in court. You have opening statements, you introduce evidence, you take testimony under oath, subject to cross-examination. There are closing statements, and then the commission makes a decision. Usually these are things like variances or zoning changes, things like that. I've been, in addition to being mayor of Lauderdale by the Sea for 10 years, I was also a member of the Executive Council of Broward Legal Aid for 6 years. And I'd like to be your circuit court judge. How much time do I have left? I'll save it for the closing.
Okay. Question? Yes?
What are we allowed to ask?
You'll find out. Go ahead.
Well, you're not allowed to ask my political party.
Affiliation. Running against you.
Ken Gillespie.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What type of cases will your position?
Okay, I've done will contests and probate.
I mean, this particular office, if you win.
It could be anything. There are 6 branches of the circuit court, and a circuit court judge should be able to handle any one of the 6 branches. That's the point of my experience. I've practiced before all 6 branches of the circuit court. My opponent only has experience in 2. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, there's somebody. Go ahead, Norm.
Okay.
Then.
You said that there are 6 different branches that, you know, are you appointed to a case, or are you, because I'm stupid, this is my first time being into politics, do you get put into a position that you're only in this category, or does your position on the bench, would that encompass anything that comes across the table towards you?
Good question. The chief judge of the circuit assigns judges to the various divisions, and he keeps the judges in those divisions as long as he wants to. Within that division, there is blind rotation to decide who gets what cases. There was someone over here? Yes.
Your opinion on the appointment of Sotomayor?
I can't hear you, sir.
Sotomayor, your opinion.
I don't think anybody should be a judge who's only tried 5 cases.
Okay, sorry, we're out of time.
Well, I get a close. I thought I get 30 seconds for closing.
30 seconds, go ahead.
Okay, I'm a strict constructionalist. I believe that the legislature is supposed to set policy and make the law, not judges. The only exception to that is judges are required to follow the Constitution, and if the legislature passes a law that violates the Constitution, as the Constitution plainly reads, I don't believe in twisting it to come up with stuff. You read it, it means what it says. If they violate that, then it's a judge's job to enforce the Constitution first. One other thing, it's no secret that we've had a problem in Broward County with judges doing really bizarre things. I promise you this. I promise you that if you elect me your circuit court judge, I will not embarrass you, as a number of the judges have. Thank you very much.
Start with with the 3 B's.
You have 2 minutes.
I
You
know.
know your time.
I know. Be brief, be good, and be gone. Let me tell you, I am a city my name is Judge Gillespie. I'm a city circuit court judge. I'm in Group 2. I haven't done anything to embarrass anybody. Let me start with that. I've been serving on the criminal bench for about 2 years. I do serious criminal cases and capital murder cases. I can tell you that prior to my appointment, after I was appointed, before going on to the circuit court bench, I met with the chief judge. He says, where should we assign you? I said, well, you know, Chief Judge, for the last 5 years, I worked in the Family and Dependency Division. And why not the Family and Dependency Division? He said, no one wants to leave Family and Dependency. I said, well, prior to becoming a magistrate here in Broward County, I worked as a United States trial attorney with the EEOC, trying complex civil litigation cases, class action cases. What about the civil division? Nope, nobody wants to leave. He said, let me put it this way. Let me send you somewhere where nobody wants to go, and that's the criminal division. So that's where I've been for the last almost 2 years. I was appointed back in January of 2009. I've tried a number of cases on the bench. I can tell you that when I first took over the division, we started with a caseload of about 900 cases. Cases had been backed up almost 5 years. 2005 cases were not even heard. I instituted a system. I brought down the caseload from approximately 900 cases. Now my caseload is about 643 cases. So that's in a nutshell. By way of background, I grew up here. I grew up in North Florida, very small country town. I grew up picking up oranges and watermelons and that type of thing. So I've always worked for what I've gotten. So that's way of a background. Any questions?
I picked corn.
You picked corn. That's what I did during the summer. That's how I grew up.
Exactly. Congress clause appropriate use for enforcing for mandatory health insurance. Is it constitutional to shove health insurance down our throats using the Commerce Clause?
You know, I don't think we can I don't deal with those type of issues. I'm a circuit court judge. I can tell you this. I can tell you that the use of the Commerce Clause, when you look at the proper and the necessary clause in which they use to pass a lot of acts, you need to look at that and see whether that's appropriate. I think the proper and necessary clause does give the federal government more types of flexibility. That's my answer to that. That's one way that the federal government tries to move certain things along under not only the Commerce Clause, but under the proper and necessary clause as well. Yes, sir.
That's it. Judge, in your opinion, the Department of Justice challenged the Arizona immigration law.
Arizona immigration law for Florida.
Pros and cons either way. You can choose your battle.
All right, closing.
Look, I'm in Group 2. I can tell you that the best way to judge a judge, I can tell you when you come into a courtroom, you want a judge who's going to follow the law. I heard my point of view, strict instruction is you don't want to act for this judge on the bench. You want someone who's going to come take the role of a judge and rule on the issues of law and apply the law to those facts and nothing more. You don't want a judge who's going to be an activist from the bench. I can tell you this, the best way to get a sense of the judges in this particular race is come to the courtroom. I'm in 4810. I invite you to come down. I'm on the bench Monday through Friday, and you're welcome to come in and observe.
Thank you.
Thank you.